Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I was just reading some news stories about recent changes in junk fee structuring. So, Ticketmaster, among other businesses, have started rolling back the junk fees. And there are pluses and minuses. What I cannot understand is why a lot of hotels now charge a resort fee. It's not like you can opt out of paying for it in any way. They're just spreading the price, making it harder for you to view the price. Things that are mandatory, right? You might as well just roll that into the price. I could never understand the idea of spreading out a price, right? That made a whole lot of sense. So where it doesn't quite make sense is if you're actually buying some kind of a service, right? So, for example, one of the junk fees that Joe Biden liked to talk about was sitting together in an airplane. Well, seats are a limited resource, right? There's only so many people who could sit together in an airplane, right? So that's something that I think the free market could do a better job at deciding. But spreading out your price, making it less transparent, I could go along with that. But there was another place in my life where junk fees really bothered me. I was working on my PhD, and I had gotten my first credit card. And being financially literate as I am, I got very concerned about all the fees that were listed in the contract. I have autism, so reading a contract like that really helps put me to sleep. When I have trouble sleeping, credit card contracts are the kind of things that I love to read to put me to sleep. I know it sounds weird, and so I became very fluent with that stuff, and I never missed it. To this day, 15 years later, I still have never paid a credit card fee. But it made me worry because I lived alone. It made me worry if I pass away. To be honest, if I pass away today, not too many people might notice anything amiss, right? My family, maybe. Sometimes I sometimes get very estranged with my working relationship with my coworkers and my boss. Some of them, my boss would probably assume I just quiet quit. My family might not notice for a few weeks. In the meantime, credit card fees. I might miss a few credit card payments and all that. And it used to bother me. What happens if I pass away unexpectedly, especially after the rest of my family is gone, right? I'm 70, 80 years old, and then one day I die of a heart attack, maybe while doing something that I love, right? Like making the bismuth art or all that. And so and then I forget to pay the credit card bill, right? It used to bother me a lot. Now, you might wonder, why would I care about a credit card bill if I don't even have a family member who cares for me? Well, I used to love to watch Unsolved Mysteries. And some of my favorite segments on Unsolved Mysteries were about elderly people who passed away with no family. They're looking for missing heirs. And that became a fascinating goal of mine. I want to be one of those elderly people someday and leave behind 5 tons of bismuth. And it would really suck if credit card companies started to claim everything that I left behind, right? It just really would, right? That's what I was thinking when I was thinking about those junk fees. And so it really bothered me a lot. So I wonder what Biden has to say about that. I'll probably write a letter to Biden at some point about that. It's Pride Month. Maybe I'll brag about being solo sexual again and ask him, hey, I got a question for you about junk fees. I plan to stay solo sexual for the rest of my life. When I pass away, I guess my younger brother could outlive me, but maybe not. He loves his junk food and he loves some risk taking activities. But if he's not around, what happens with my credit card bills? Do they just keep adding interest or what the situation? I'd love to find out because that's a hypothetical that has bothered me for many, many years now. And so I bet Biden's going to say, "Why do you care?" Well, because I want to go on Unsolved Mysteries with 5 tons of bismuth unclaimed, and so it'll just be a nice show, right? I would really hate for the first people to call Unsolved Mysteries to be a credit card company. Hey, this guy still owes us $1,000 for bismuth, right, or something like that, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.